Hey guys, Bill here. Thanks for stopping by. One of the questions I get asked the most often, either through message or comment, is what is the best range for me to zero my air rifle at? That can depend on so many different factors. I'll show you the easiest way to do it without learning a bunch of math, without downloading software. Plus, you get to do a little shooting. So we're going to start out this marauder pistol would be the perfect candidate to do this video on because it's low velocity. It shoots about 620 to 640 feet per second, and it shoots 14.3 grain pellet, which gives you a very pronounced arc in a very short distance. So that's going to be our perfect candidate to do our shooting with, and we will use Crosman Premier Ultra Magnums for ammunition, a rangefinder, and a box. Yeah, I know you're probably thinking, what the hell? You know what the rangefinder is for. I've taken this box from Amazon, obviously, open it up, tape the four corners to where it'll stand on its own. And what I've done on the front of it, I drew a straight line across, put 5 target dots on labeled 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. What we're going to do is we're going to shoot at this target, holding on center, seeing where the pellet lands, adjusting our holdover on our second and third shot to get it back on center and taking notes. Now, right now, that Marauder pistol is zeroed at 25 yards. So the best way to figure out where we want to zero our rifle and keep it there, we're going to do this test with the gun zeroed at 25 yards. We're going to shoot these and we'll show you the shot curve. And then if we need to make any adjustments, we'll go back and we may do it at 35 yards or 40 yards, just depending on your rifle. But this is a starting point. Easy to do, no software to download or anything like that. So we're going to head outside, we're going to set the target up, we're going to start popping rounds through here, and we should be able to see the actual shot curve for this rifle at these ranges. Well, now that we've run our little experiment. Let's see what we have gathered. As I was shooting, I was taking notes. I tried to get some outdoor footage of me actually setting up and taking the shots, but both cameras died, so I don't know how much of that footage you're going to see when this is finally edited and uploaded. So let's take a look at what we got here. On the first group, this was with the Marauder pistol, Crosman Premier Ultra Magnums, 14.3 grain at 10 yards, spot on. 20 yards, spot on. 30 yards, it was a little low, so we had to come up and make adjustments. On my notes, I noted that I had to hold up 3/4 of a mil dot to put this next shot back on target. 40 yards, we dropped way down here. It took a 1 mil dot holdover to bring it back within the orange. At 50 yards, we fell way down here, and it was actually a 3 mil dot holdover to bring it back up. So if you actually look at the curve, so as you see, from 10 to 20, I was zeroed. At about 25, there's a lot of drop between that 20 and 30 yard mark. Really falling off at 40, way off at 50. Now, by looking at that, that tells me I'm zeroed way too close. I'm going to start having to guess my holdover. What I done again off camera, as I went, I re-zeroed this gun at 30 yards. A hair low at 10, not enough to even matter. A hair high at 20, not enough to matter. Spot on at 30. About a mil dot low at 40. And at 50, I was still at a 3 mil dot holdover. So even if I was to zero this at 35, the 40 would close up, but there would still be a heck of a lot of drop off once it got to the 50. But as you can tell from looking, the first shot curve versus the second shot curve, there's really no comparison. You can shoot from 10 to 35 yards without worrying too much about mil dots and all that. Unless you're shooting sparrows or something, then you go from head shots and you switch over to body shots. Now the thing to remember, if you guys do this, I've not rung this Marauder pistol out yet to see what pellet it prefers best. Right now I'm just shooting just your plain Jane, run-of-the-mill, go to Walmart, pick them up pellets. Now after you do some pellet testing and discover, hey, it likes Barracuda match the best, then you would want to go and redo this test again. You would start by zeroing it at your last zero and just see how these lines fall for you. It's the basic concept of it. It'll work with Benjamin Discovery's anti-air rifle. And find the pellet. Once you find the pellet that it likes the best, that you prefer, the one you know you're going to shoot, go out and zero it at 25, step it out to 30, 35, 40. The higher the velocity of the rifle, the more shallow. You don't have this such a steep curve. I haven't tested the Marauder synthetic yet, but I'm guessing that once I get into the pellet testing and decide what it likes to shoot best and run this test, this curve is going to be quite a bit flatter because you're going from 620 feet per second up to 850 to 875 where I currently have my send rod set at. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, leave a comment and subscribe, and check in with me later. Take it easy, guys.